What's going on, everybody? Trey's back giving you guys another update video. It's been a bit. Oh man, I just watched my bike. How annoying. Oh well. C'est la vie. I have to watch it again now. Anyway, haven't put a video up since my last one, giving a review of this bike. So figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update on what it's been like since I purchased it, any issues that I've had. Well, I have had issues, but again, nothing major, taking care of it. So the water pump on this bike went when I was up at Tail of the Dragon back in April, and honestly I don't know if the thermostat itself also failed, but I ended up just replacing both components, since, you know, doing one or the other involves you having to have to drain the drain the coolant. So I just figured, you know what, I'd rather just hit them all in one shot since I'm going to drain it anyway. So nothing too crazy. There's a great shop where you can get some great parts. Ron Ayers out in, I think he's in North Carolina. I've purchased from him a lot for other bikes as well as this one. But yeah, I replaced the water pump and the thermostat, and that took care of my leaky coolant. It may have been the I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I just didn't know what was what, so I figured I'll just do them both, call it a day. So that was that. I fixed that ABS problem. I don't know if you guys remember from the last video where my ABS was blinking. That was taken care of. I just got a new sensor, and the part itself is cheap, but it was a bit of a bitch to rewire it through the bike properly, because you really got to get all the way up somewhere. It's the sensor's here, but then you got to come all the way around there and then snake it somewhere behind here. I don't remember where it was exactly, because it was like probably 8 months ago, but that was a real pain in the ass to get that thing to fit in there. And I also replaced something else too with that sensor. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I replaced the blah blah blah. What the hell was it? The actual weird little sensor thing that's on the wheel. What the hell is it? You see that little, like, that wheel speed sensor ring? I replaced that also, because that was pretty damaged as well. And like I said, the damage, I don't think all that really was me. I think it looked pretty bad. Like, it's been a lot of different impact points, and I think my issue when I put it on and didn't have the spacer on right, it was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. I think that really was like the last hit that it could take before it failed. So you know, all that stuff was replaced. All in all, nothing too expensive. It was pretty straightforward stuff. It's just, you know, a lot of tight spaces with Hondas. So, sorry. Other than that, you know, once I got that stuff straightened out, I feel like there may have been something else. I can't remember. But once I got all that stuff straightened out, the bike's been really running great. So, for a bike that is a 2018 that now has, how many miles I got on this thing? Oops, that's not what I wanted. What do I'm at 18,609 miles. Mind you, I bought the bike September of 2021 and it had 8,653 miles. It's been running, son of a bitch, I gotta get gas now. It's been running really good. You know, I got no complaints. Now, there's also something else that I gotta tell you guys, and that is, 14 miles, that's brutal. Jesus Christ. I've got, go back in rain mode here, maybe that'll shoot that back up. I've also had the ECU flashed. That's kind of also why I was seeing that 14 miles and getting surprised, because normally when that light comes on, I've got like 33. I went through Paul at KCS ECU Solutions, and is the go-to guide from everything I've seen online about this particular bike and getting this bike's ECU flashed. And if you're on the forums at all, I would believe that, because the guy's got a lot of knowledge that he's posted up. And yeah, look at that, it's going up now. Wow, what a difference with power modes. He definitely has done a lot of research on flashing these machines. So I haven't really opened it up just yet. This is really my first test run going on the bike since I installed the ECU. I also got the velocity stacks on top of that. So it's his stage 2 street tune and then the velocity stacks. And you know, supposedly the power's been unlocked. And I haven't really opened it up, like I said, yet. I'm kind of just cruising slowly right now because this light came on, and I really don't know what this bike's going to do yet. But definitely excited to kind of see the results. Not necessarily that it was bad originally, but when you know that a US spec bike is rated at 168, when the rest of the world gets 189 horsepower at the crank, you know, just kind of feeling a little inadequate, you know. So wanted to get that taken care of, and you know, we'll see what happens. If it wasn't for all this traffic, I would try to open it up a little bit more, but I gotta get gas anyway, so not gonna go too crazy. So I'm gonna quickly pause the video and get some gas, and then when I'm done, see if I can maybe open it up a little bit. Talk to you guys in a bit. I gotta gas this up a bit. Would have helped if I put gas in this before I started moving. Ready to talk a little more. Beautiful day right now in South Florida. We don't usually get weather like this. I'm trying to take advantage of it. Alrighty. Good to go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Little thumbs up for the old CBR. I mean, on that notion, I mean, this bike, you know, this may not be the new bike. I still think this bike looks beautiful, even by today's modern bike standards. It's not even that old. I mean, I guess it is a little old. We're in 2023. This is an 18. So, you know, she's getting on up there. You know, the screen isn't as big as all the new machines. Definitely not as big as the new 1000rr SP. That bike's a whole nother animal. Love to ride one, just, you know, just haven't. But yeah, I think this bike is still a gorgeous bike. I'm still a huge fan of this machine. And even today, still a lot of bikes that, even new bikes, I still think this bike looks great. Alright, so I can tell you guys already, with the ECU on power level 2, primarily I never used power level 2, at least when it was stock, because it was always either just give me full power or just, you know, power 5, which is their street mode, whatever you want to call it, that I only really used when it was raining. And you know, power level 5, which is mode, what, 3? On the stock setup, you can definitely tell that it was a bit feathered. This bike, with the new flash that KCS did, it's even more feathered. But then again, what he told me was that power level 1 is like a real aggressive track mode. Let's see what this guy's gonna do here. Let me get off this power mode. Holy shit, power 5 has really changed now. And in fact, I almost feel like power level 2 is almost kind of like what power level 1 used to be on the stock machine. So yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of just talking this through. This is really the first time I've taken the bike out. I got the ECU back in the middle of the week. I installed everything, but I haven't ridden it yet. This is the first time. So this machine is, fuck it, let me just go around here. I really should be a little careful because I don't know exactly what this thing's going to do, but man, does it feel good though. Nice and linear power delivery. One of my issues with this thing, in its stock trim, I should say, especially even with changing the pipe, because I don't know if you guys recall, with the short pipe, with the short pipe, there was a lot of flat spots in the rev range, so once I got the longer crop-of-inch pipe, I put that in. That fixed a lot of those flat spots, but there were a lot of moments where, even despite that, twisting the throttle, I kind of just, there were moments you could feel the computer dialing the power back or not giving you what you were asking for. And that's because, again, if you do some research into the stock ETV tables, which is electronic throttle valves, you might be giving it, you might be, based on where you're twisting it, your grip angle, you might be asking, 75-80% of the power, but the computer dials that power back. So maybe right now, at least now it's giving me more power. I can feel that, but like maybe, before, at this point where I think I'm asking for like 50% of what it can do, the computer's only giving me maybe like 15% based on where I am in the RPM range. So that's one of the things that, god damn. Oh, that feels good. And that's only power level 2. Shit, the engine braking, I feel like the engine braking is a little less, even on 3. 3 was always supposed to be the weakest engine braking, but I feel like now it's even less with this, with the Flash. But yeah, so that's partly what this tune fixes. It gives you more of what you're asking for, so that the computer isn't throttling you. It's a more one-to-one linear relationship. But I mean, so far so good. I'm digging this right now. Let's see what happens when I go to 1. I'm a little nervous right now because even though oh shit, man, that's different. Oh, can't really go too crazy here, but it pulls. I mean, it's feeling good. I'm liking this. So yeah, I mean, so far no complaints. One of my concerns was that maybe after doing this it wouldn't be as manageable compared to what it was in stock form. That doesn't seem to be the case. It seems to be working pretty well here. So but again, I haven't really opened this up yet. I've just tried, but I'm a little nervous because, like I said, now I no longer know what it's going to do yet. I got to relearn how it's going to deliver the power. But I mean, so far, yeah, so far it's pulling nicely. It's giving me more of what I'm asking for now, which is what I'm really liking, because I hate. Oh yeah, that's so nice. That's really nice. If you guys own this bike, not just the SP, but just this generation of Honda, stay in your lane, buddy. You got to get the ECU Flash. And like I said, from everything that I've researched, I spent a year researching tuners. I kept wavering whether I was going to go flash the ECU or whether I was going to do like a piggyback, and then like between flashing the ECU, I really didn't know who I was going to go with. But Paul at KCS, I mean, I gotta be real with you guys, if you really spend the time to go through and look at his information, check the Facebook groups, check the forums, even though the guy got banned from the forums, but that's drama that I wasn't a part of. Just, I know it happened. I don't think for his fault either, but it is what it is. This thing is, yeah, this feels right now. You know, it just, I feel like I'm getting more of what I'm asking out of the bike, and that's exactly what I wanted. I have to, god damn, I'm nervous in first gear now. It's kind of weird. I don't know what it's gonna do yet. Normally I just ride in first gear, but yeah, it feels good though. So yeah, this is I'm liking this. So I'll try and get some more video for you guys. Maybe I'll do like a quick upload, like a short or something, just to kind of show more of what it does. But you know, all in all, happy with it so far. I've only put probably, what, 20 miles now in my ride today. That's all I've really ridden with it since I got it back. But immediately, like, as I've said this already a couple times now, this is feeling good, feeling really good. I'm a fan. So anyway, that said, I'm gonna kind of cut the video here, and you know, I'll give you guys a bit more of an update a little bit later, as I said, and hopefully if you're on the fence about doing this, hopefully this has kind of swayed you in that direction, because this is, oh Jesus Christ, that, yeah, there's a difference, man. There is definitely a difference. That's pulling way harder than I remember doing in Power Level 1, without a doubt. So yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna kind of just focus on riding a little bit more. I hope that wasn't a cop I just drove by. So yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm gonna have some fun. All right, till next time.